Some people want to hear my impression or my opinion of Lady Gaga, and I will give that to you. She doesn't seem like a mean person. She doesn't seem like a bad person. Based on what I see on social media, she seems very nice. Obviously, I don't know her in person. But, you know, somebody says, are you attracted to Lady Gaga? Let's put it this way. If I worked at a supermarket and she was a coworker of mine, I would be interested in her. But I don't think she's, you know, flawlessly pretty. I don't think she looks like a supermodel. Let's take the actresses that played Harley Quinn, one of them being Lady Gaga. I think Margot Robbie is significantly more attractive than Lady Gaga is. In fact, Lady Gaga really, I mean, she looks attractive for somebody who would be like a girl next door type of attractive, but, you know, she doesn't really have, you know, model looks. And that's okay. You know, because we don't have to have unrealistic, you know, expectations of what beauty should look like. People shouldn't, you know, it sends a bad message to the youth and the women and the people of you know, the country. Oh, everybody has to look picture perfect, like a model, flawless. You know, it's good if people have physical imperfections and flaws and so on. I mean, and, you know, she creates good pop music. The Fame Monster were good albums, you know, and she's created a lot of good pop hits. So that's one thing. Somebody says, what would you do if Lady Gaga invited you over her house? I would love to, you know, go in her gigantic, you know, pool. I would love for her, you know, butler to barbecue, and I would love to splash her. She doesn't even have to be there, you know. Imagine getting invited over her house, you know. I would be so happy just going in her pool, splashing around, eating barbecued foods, going in her jacuzzi. It would seem like a fun day. She's loaded. She's got lots of money, you know. Somebody says, Andrew, some of the people you met when you were in New York City at the Fountain House, who, you know, the homeless, they would look at you and they would say, you've got a lot, Andrew, even though it's a small pool. You got a pool in your backyard. You live a middle-class existence. Okay, I guess the grass is always greener on the other side of the street. But yeah, I mean, you know, not everybody could be a supermodel, but Lady Gaga seems interesting in her own right, you know?